I was trying my best to bring the God of the Skies back into the Master rank. Unfortunately, I was unsuccessful. We were trying to basically play a bit of Slifer in Master rank, and it was a blast playing. 100%, we got a lot of really, really cool games of Labyrinth lined up here, and they were an absolute blast. We were really trying to bring out Slifer. Unfortunately, across our whole thing of playing, we couldn't bring him out because we kept on getting hit by Call by the Grave, especially Call by the Grave, right? We kept on getting hit with that. We were in some really, really tough matchups, but in our attempts to get Slifer to come out of the field, we actually had a fucking blast just playing Labyrinth. There's some really cool replays here. Again, this deck's a lot of fun for those who are sort of like slower methodical thinkers who like reacting to game states rather than just sort of like blindly activating cards. Which I'm also a fan of. You just saw me, I uploaded the Monodium video yesterday. My ass can click fucking buttons. I like shiny button too. But sometimes I like trap-based strategies to sort of slow things down and react in a more resource-heavy loop. And it's a lot of fun. Because it feels like a different game. So if you're looking at this list and you're thinking to yourself that you want to summon Slifer, this is definitely going to be one of the better lists for doing it. Maybe not in Master rank, because it's fucking tough. You know, like people be fucking fighting demons out here, especially late season now. By the time you're seeing this, it's probably already January, but it's December 30th for me now. If you wanted to just literally take this and turn this into just a regular Labyrinth list, you just cut Slifer, you cut Peaceful Burial, you cut the Revised Sky God. That's it. That's it. Put in Dogmatic and Punishment for all I give it. Like, that's it. From here, it's just a regular Labyrinth deck. Like, those are the only 3 cards. So if you're looking at this and you've no real interest in summoning Slifer, maybe you're a more competitive player and you just want to play Labyrinth and you're looking for ideas, just cut those 3 cards and then put them wherever you want. Other than that, it is just a regular Labyrinth deck. The strategy and the idea behind how Slifer fits into it, Slifer is actually really decent floodgate in this deck because it stops any sort of like link-based strategies from doing their link climbing, shuts down Mathmech, helps decimate your opponent's special summons, which is really handy, and you can bring it out very easily every single turn. And not only can you bring it out every single turn, you draw 6 cards every time you do, which is absolutely insane. I do have another video on this deck on the channel where we're a little bit more successful in bringing Slifer out. This is maybe a more sort of like casual deck, and maybe a sort of like platinum diamond type level in terms of its rank capability. It will win you games in diamond, of course, in master, of course, which is what we do today. But in terms of summoning Slifer on a semi-consistent basis, it's a tough game in Master. But anyways, I've got some games I want to show off nonetheless because they were a blast. Again, it's not necessarily going to be a super detailed deck profile towards the end because, like I said, it's a deck that we've done before, so I will be just linking one above my head as we have done for the last number of videos because we're just revisiting some fun decks that we've done before. Again, it's just a fucking blast. So if you're interested in more of that, of course, you can subscribe to catch more as it's coming out. We do new content every single day to the best of our ability, so you can catch that every single day. Like the video if you actually enjoy watching or you enjoy Slifer Labyrinth gameplay. And let's just dive right into the replays. Alrighty, so this is a quick game that we had against Mathmech. Again, you can have some really long games of Labyrinth, but I'm not going to show off some of the longer ones because I'm sure we all have plans for today. We're going to start by setting a card off of our furniture, summoning out the Coup Clock. We're going to go big Welcome Labyrinth, summoning out Lovely Labyrinth with the Silver Castle, sending Coup Clock back to hand so we can trigger Lovely's effect and pop a card in hand. Furniture then in Graveyard's going to activate, adding itself back from grave to hand as well. So we've still got 4 cards in hand. Lovely's going to pop a card, bringing them down to 4 cards, and then we're going to set a card from our graveyard, giving us positive card advantage. Now we're in the lead. Now we're going to see if we can win this game. So now we're going to start off our turn. So I start activating like everything but Maxi in the draw phase here. Just as like if you've Called by the Grave, you're bound to use it, right? You got something. Everyone had Called by the Grave. It was tragic. I was getting hit with it so often, I was traumatized. So we start with the clock, then we're going to go for a furniture piece. We're going to drop 2, we're going to set the Welcome Labyrinth from the deck, triggering, of course, the clock to come back to the field. We're going to use Maxi now that I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Called by the Grave. We're going to use Welcome Labyrinth. All of this happening in his draw phase, by the way. All of it happening in his draw phase. Welcome Labyrinth then is going to summon out the Lady Labyrinth directly from the deck to the field. Now Maxi's going to resolve. Standby phase, me and 1. They're going to go for Firewall Guardian. We're going to go big Welcome, chaining our Lady. Lady then going to set any trap card of our choosing from deck to field. We're going to set Peaceful Burial because I'm trying to summon Slifer in this bitch. We're going to summon out Ariana, returning Coup Clock back to hand. The Lovely's going to pop his Guardian, which is going to prevent any sort of link shenanigans. We're going to use our Ariana to draw 1. Chandelier adding itself back to hand. We're going to draw into the big welcome, which I am going to set to the field for next turn. We're going to pop the Guardian, so no more Link Summoning for you. And just like that, easy dubs. And again, that's how many of your games go with Labyrinth. Your games typically go in one of two directions. Either, number one, you hit your opponent super early, hit their card advantage, and stop them from, like, getting started. Or you enter this, like, hour-long just back and forth where you're just trading blows to your opponent. You're winning off of advantage and, like, grinding your opponent down. I don't really want to show off too many of those games because they take fucking forever. They do. They're fun, don't get me wrong, but they take a long time, so they're not really suitable for videos. So we're going to focus more on these sort of shorter games. So again, that's how a lot of those interactions work. Let's get in the game too. Alright, so this game I had to show up. It was just another perfect example of a bad habit of mine. Where I try to high roll everything. And that's not always a good thing, but sometimes it makes for really satisfying moments like this. So they're going to try and Ash our extravagance. We're going to call by the Ash, which is dual purpose, by the way. So the reason I was so happy to call by this is not only like the things like Maxi not really hurt us, but if we call by the Ash now, that means he can't use Ash next turn if he happens to have another one. So super happy that with that particular call by there. We draw into an Ash Blossom of our own though, which is sort of unfortunate. We're going to get a peek at that hand of his. We're going to reveal his hand. So this is really problematic because he had both Grimness. Let me sort of reveal the card he had. So he had Grimness, which is a whole combo starter for his deck, and he had the Focused Aqua Mirror, which put us in a really awkward spot because both of these cards are one card starters, right? Because this will just search for Grimness. So even though we've shuffled Grimness back, he just has a way to search it again. So what we're doing is we're going to set up a bit of a risky play here. We're going to set 3 off of our Ariana. Now, going into our opponent's turn here, we're going to let him go main 1. They're going to go for Vision here. We don't curb it, Vision. He's adding another Ritual monster to hand. We know he already has one, so we're not going to stop that. Then he goes for the Focused Aqua Mirror. We're going to flip up Welcome Labyrinth now. And this is what we're going to do. There's one of two routes you could take here. Add Grimness to hand, of course. So, what you could do, you have one of two routes. Number one, if you're a seeing person, what you might do is you might wait until he summons the Grimness, and then Grimness then is going to summon out the Abyss from the deck, and then you may want to pop the Grimness before he can like link summon into Sprite Elf, right? And then Sprite Elf starts reviving the Abyss, and it gets pretty tough, right? So maybe you want to stop the Sprite Elf play. Maybe you want to save your lovely Labyrinth interruption for stopping a Nirmanis or forcing an early Nirmanis later in the turn, like a normal person would. Or what you can do, if you're a fucking sociopath, is you could flip up Big Welcome early and just commit to sniping the Grimness in his hand, the 1 out of 4, just commit to sniping it. It's that easy. We're going to set Peaceful Burial again because we're still trying to summon Slifer. We're going to summon Lovely. We're going to activate the Lovely's effect here to snipe a random card in hand. We're going to use Ariana to draw a card. We're going to draw into the Daryuma cannon here, which is a solid card. We're going to set that for next turn. And we're simply going to pop the Grimness. Super high roll. Super unnecessary. But fucking hilarious. It was a great moment. So we just sniped the 1 and 4, taking a starter out of his hand. And then he can't play the game. So that's an example of some of the crazy hand loops you can do with this deck. Again, you can snipe a card out of your opponent's hand every single turn. And having additional cards like Talent really adds to that because you get a good idea of like what is in your opponent's hand and how urgent it is you deal with what's in their hand. With that particular case, I knew that if Sprite Gishki gets started, they could be quite difficult to stop. Not impossible. I don't think we were in any significant danger. But if you give me a chance to gamble on the high roll, I will do it every single time. If you want to see examples of that, come watch our live streams. I do it all the time. And it turns out it either comes out and backfires, most of the time, fair enough. But sometimes it makes for the funniest moments in all of Master Duel. So my advice to you off of this replay is you don't always have to do the most competitive thing. Sometimes you just gotta have fun. Let's get into the next game. Alrighty, getting into our third and final replay. However, if you stick around, there might be something a little extra towards the end. We're going to go for Prosperity here, being met with Shifter. Now, Shifter is a bit of a problem. We're going to go for our Torby here, sending it and another card in our hand to the grave to set a Labyrinth trap from deck. Sorry, we actually set the field spell because we already have Big Welcome here. So I kind of bank on getting regular Welcome directly from the deck to our hand here off of our Prosperity, which again, luckily we do. Although I also grab Lady, which in this case I deem to be more valuable. We're going to use the Lady, summoning it out to the field. We're going to set 2 and we're going to pass. So that is arguably... I mean, ultimately, we probably would have just summoned Lady off of our welcome anyways. Looks like we're playing against Zodiac. Now, that is a little bit of a problem. So he's gonna go in the Hammer Kong, and I sort of decided to myself, listen, I need to pop this shit before this goes anywhere. I really need to shut this down. So we go for the big welcome. Fortunately, we're met with an Ash Blossom. Now, that is a bit of a problem here. For anyone who knows what Zodiac does, you'll know exactly what it is our opponent is aiming for here. They're going to go into Tiger Mortar, and then Tiger Mortar into Borbo. And then from Borbo, they're going to go into the battlefield and attacking us directly. Now, some people are going to ask, why didn't I imperm there to prevent that? And ultimately, it wouldn't have mattered because he would have simply swung into our defense position Lady and then still would have met the conditions anyway. So it would have been a waste of an imperm. Going into a 4 material Zeus, they're going to detach 2 to send the whole field to the grave. We are, of course, going to imperm, forcing him to use his remaining 2 materials to accomplish the original task. But again, trying to play through a Zeus after our whole board has been wiped and our cards are banished, not sent to the graveyard, it really does come down to what we top deck here. So it's all on this first card, and it's big welcome, which is really problematic because we've nothing to bounce, we've nothing to do, with nothing to send. So I had to say, you know what? He's got it. There's no way we're going to be able to keep up with Zodiac through this particular matchup. So we simply move on. Now, again, like I said, if you were watching this far into the video, not everybody does. So first of all, thank you for watching. And if you haven't liked it, like the video. What we're going to do is, given that these replays haven't been very long, we're going to hop in for some live gameplay for 1, maybe 2 games. Let's get into it. All right, getting into our first game here. Oh, we actually win our coin toss, which is nice. It's a nice change of pace. I'm still, by the way, for those who are curious, yes, I'm still sitting here from the branded recording from like 3 days ago. So it's a nice change of pace, actually winning our coin toss after losing them for our branded videos. So you know what? I'm all for it. This is a pretty interesting hand. We might be able to do something with this. We're going to start off with Ariana, just to see if or what our opponent has in store for us. Got anything you want to say to this? No, nothing to say at all. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the clock, I want to say. Yeah, let's grab clock. Just so we can get it in the rotation. That's important. We want to get this in the rotation. Going to activate the clock's effect, send it to grave, making our traps activatable this turn. That's a bestial. That's a bestial if I ever saw one. So now we're going to go for Chandelier. We're going to send Chandelier, and we're also going to send Ariana to grave. That's a fucking bestial. That's a bit of a problem, I'm not gonna lie. We are gonna set up a big welcome here. Using the Coup Clock Engrave, we're gonna activate its effect. We're gonna send it back to our hand. He might interrupt this. This is when you want to hit it with a bestial. Like, this is the moment. It has to be one, right? There's no way it's not. Like, it can't be anything else. DD Crow, I guess, but you still want to use DD Crow right now. It is a bestial, yeah. That's fine. It's a little bit unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I really would have liked to have the clock in circulation. That's why I sent it, right? Right. I guess it do be like that, huh? That's okay. It's not as if we don't have anything. We are gonna go for the big welcome here. Big welcome then is going to summon from the deck our Lovely. Summoning Lovely from the deck. Out she comes. Perfection. We're going to send Ariana back to hand. Now we're going to use our Lovely's effect. We're going to pop a card in hand. I'm not too worried about the Saranir on his board. It doesn't really do much of anything. So I would rather snipe potentially a more useful card out of his hand. Going to add Chandelier back to our hand as well. Now we're going to pop a Guiding Quim. Nice pop. Nice. I'll take it. Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. We're going to set our big welcome back to the field. We're going to place our Peaceful Burial on the field as well. And we're going to pass turn. I think that's not a terrible first turn for us. I think that worked out quite well. We still have an Ash Blossom. We got the big welcome interruption alongside the Lovely. We have the Peaceful Burial to start setting up our Slifer play as well, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident here. Let's see what our opponent's got in store for us. Gonna go for... Oh no, it's Runic. This is fine. I can cope with this. This is okay. So, Runic, Golden Droplet, gonna summon out a Hugin? Hugin? Whatever her name is? I think it's Hugin. I call it Hugin. Some people call it Hugin or Hugin. I call Hugin. Alright, fight me. Gonna discard Flashing Fire. We're gonna Ash that 100%. Fuck that. 100% I'm ashing that shit. Get that out of here. And again, the fact that this was activatable tells us he does not have Fountain, which is big. We know that he doesn't have Fountain, which is absolutely huge. He doesn't really even have anything to do extra deck. I guess he could technically go like Sprite Elf and do some shenanigans, maybe? But probably not. I would imagine this is going to be a bit of a stun deck, but just with Bestials in it for some more aggressive sort of finishing power. Which makes sense. I don't know why Bestials don't see more play in stun decks. I guess maybe because it's a little bit more matchup dependent. And the whole point of stun is they don't want to be matchup dependent. Going Masquerena. Interesting. That's fine. That makes sense. That makes sense. Saronir going to use its effect. Yep, that's okay. We can let Saronir go for now. Saronir is going to mill a... what, a Labellion, Branded Regained, some bitches. Like, what are you going to mill? What's going on here? Regained, okay. Branded Regained to Grave, going to set one. Set one pass. Okay. End of main. End of main. No cards in Grave really to use. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go for Big Welcome Labyrinth then. This is the plan. Big Welcome Lab, we're going to bring out the Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Going to send her back to hand, of course. That's going to trigger the Lovely on our field. So Lovely is going to get popping. Then we're also going to play our Lady Labyrinth to the field. Yep. Loving it. Use the Lovely. We're going to pop this. I don't know what it is. Flashing Fire. Okay, that's gone. Awesome. Alright, during the end phase, we're going to flip up Peaceful Burial. Peaceful Burial is the beginning of our Slifer combo. We're going to use the Lady Labyrinth to set up the rest of the Slifer combo. Which will involve setting the Revived Sky God directly from our deck to the field. So the Revived Sky God, also now on our board. Peaceful Burial is going to send from our deck to the graveyard Slifer the Sky Dragon. So now we got that. We're going to go for the Chandelier here as well. We're going to go Chandelier, dropping itself and the Ariana. We're now going to set a... I guess we set... Welcome, right? We'll set Welcome, I believe. Yeah, let's do that. Let's set Welcome. Okay, awesome. So, we're in a position now where we have a lot of freedom. So that's exactly what we're going to take advantage of. We're going to start by going for Maxi here. And I'm sure you're wondering, why are we using Maxi? Well, he might summon something. Gonna flip up Branded Beast. Oh, he's got nothing. Oh, he's got nothing. He might draw in the Abystial or something here. And that would be pretty tragic. However, I'm not going to be swayed. I'm going to activate the Revived Sky God. We're going to flip it up. Oh no, he quits before we can get the animation. No. No. That's tragic. Oh my god, I have to do one more. I have to. Alright, getting into game number 2 then, or live game number 2 I should say. This time losing our coin toss. Not the greatest thing in the world, but it is what it is. What are we going to do? Cry about it? Let's just get in, see what we draw. If we have some like turn 0 plays, that'd be nice. Ooh, Slifer in hand is not usually the greatest thing in the world. Ooh, he's also got some pretty classy sleeves and classy field up here. I am going to go for the maximum sheesh off the rip here. That does resolve. That means, he could be playing Lab, I'm not going to lie. He could be playing Lab. He's certainly not going to be special summoning this turn, I'll tell you that for free. We're going to go for the Dogmatica Ecclesia. Ecclesia going to get searching for Dogmatica Punishment. Makes total sense. I'm with you. I am with you, good sir. Going to set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5. Awesome. Cool story, bro. We are going to go for the Labyrinth Chandelier. We're going to drop from our hand Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's not of any use on our hands. We're not going to be using it. We are going to go for Big Welcome Labyrinth. Big Welcome. Gotta hit him with that big welcome. Make a good first impression here. Let's make it happen. Flipping up Extrav. Okay. Extrav I can make work. Let's go for Pot of Extravagance. We're gonna banish 6 to draw 2. Get banishing. Let's get drawing. What do we banish? Still have a Chaos Angel. Still have Dark. So we still have the main cards, I would say. That's fair. Oh, both Muckrakers is rough. Big welcome. They are in fact playing Lab, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, what's all this then? Big welcome Labyrinth. They're gonna summon out the Lovely. They're gonna bounce the Ecclesia back to hand. They're gonna get an opportunity to pop something. Draw 2. Okay. I'm gonna activate this. I'm gonna activate Big Welcome. So we are. Let's see. What we're gonna be doing with it is we're going to be summoning the clock. So I'm gonna summon the Coup Clock to the field. Then I'm going to bounce it back to my hand. And now my opponent's gonna snipe a card in my hand. And hopefully it's just like, ah, it was the clock. Fuck. That's not good. The Labyrinth Chandelier, though, will add itself, or it will not add itself back to our hand. Okay, that's rough, but okay, fair. Not really, but okay. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do then is I'm going to set Big Welcome Labyrinth, right? Then I'm going to normal the Ariana. That's going to encourage him to use Dogmatic of Punishment. And I think that's fine. That's going to encourage a punishment. And we're going to grab the Coup Clock. So I'm going to activate the Coup Clock. Okay, gonna go for Welcome Lab. Interesting. Not going for the Dogmatic of Punishment yet, which is I am rather curious about. Alright, summoning out the lady. Coup Clock resolving. I would like to set a card before doing anything else. Alright, alright, alright. Setting our whole hand. So I go Welcome, he goes Punishment, I get fucked. Fuck it. We don't really have a lot of choice in the matter, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I wish we did have a little bit of choice in the matter, but... well, again, what are we going to do? We unfortunately don't. Lady Labyrinth going to use its effect, setting a card to the field from the deck. Again, the Labyrinth mirror matches, a lot of them just kind of come down to whoever goes first, if I'm being real. Unless one person has like a supremely powerful hand, it really does just sort of come down to whoever goes first. Which can, again, it can seem unfair or it can seem unfortunate, but sometimes that's just the nature of the matchup. We're going to go battle phase. We're going to take out this Lovely. Yep, that's fine. Gonna take it out. I don't know, like, what you're waiting on. You can't... yeah, you can't do anything about this. Alright. There's too much that could go wrong here for us to gamble too much on this play. So we're simply going to pass. So the... okay. So we're not in the worst spot in the world. We're actually kind of okay, if I'm being honest. We're actually kind of okay. Alright, me and one. Activating the Daruyuma Cannon. I'm going to respond to the Daruyuma Cannon with my Lady Labyrinth, first of all. Gotta flip up Dogmatic of Punishment. That makes sense. So Dogmatic of Punishment being flipped up. Let's see, this is awkward, because I really don't want him to be able to use his lady's effect. Yeah. So I'm gonna use... this stings. This does sting. But I'm going to use Big Welcome's effect in my graveyard. This does sting. We're going to bounce back Ariana to hand. That's going to prevent the resolution of punishment, and it's going to prevent him from setting a card off a lady. The only way he can do it now is if that third card there is activated, which it doesn't look like he's doing, which is good. So that means we dodged the bullet there big time. So we're going to bounce Ariana, punishment fizzles. We do get to set any card we want directly to our field. So we're going to set up our... I think Peaceful Burial. I think it's time we start putting our Slifer pieces in place. We didn't, oh shit, we already have Slifer and Grave. I didn't need to do that. Oh, that's my bad. We're going to use Welcome Lab's effect and Grave. We're going to set it back to the field as well. Oh damn, that was a huge wasted opportunity. I could have just set my Revived Sky God there. Damn. This is fine. This is okay. I don't want to use Welcome Lab unless I absolutely must. Because I don't want to let him set a card when he otherwise wouldn't be able to, right? I don't know what that other face down card is. It may not be usable. So I would rather not give him the ability to set a trap if he doesn't already have the ability to set a trap, right? I don't mind doing it on my... Oh, okay, he does have it. Alright. Yeah, alright. That's cool. You're right. I am going to flip up my Welcome Labyrinth then. So Welcome Labyrinth at the very least is going to grant me some level of advantage. He does get to set a card, which is very unfortunate. Don't get me wrong, it's annoying. But it is what it is. So this, I'm pretty sure, is punishment. And then this is Big Welcome. He already has a Big Welcome in Grave, which means he probably doesn't want to be doing anything with another one. We are going to summon Lovely. So we are. So Lovely is coming out. Terrors of the Overroot's going to send that to the grave and set another monster to our field. Going to set our Maxi. Unfortunate trade, but you know, it is what it is. But the fact that a monster has left the field by the effect of a normal trap should mean that my Lovely Labyrinth will activate. Yeah. No? Does that not work like that? By your normal trap effect. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm actually so dumb. I am not a smart individual. Oh my lord, I can't believe I made such a basic mistake. Okay, this is fine. This is okay. We're okay. Let's go Ariana. Using Ariana's effect, we're gonna get searching. We're gonna grab ourselves a clock. Do we even have a clock? We don't have a clock. No clock. We don't have one. Oh my god. This is unfortunate. We are going to go for the Welcome Labyrinth of our own. He will get set a trap. It's fine. We know what's happening. There's no point in us crying about it. At this point, we could just fight the war of attrition and stop him from getting any of his traps out of his deck. Like, we just make him use all of his traps. Like, at this point, we made as fucking well. We're gonna special summon a lady from the deck. Alright, he's gonna summon out... What are you gonna summon out? A Ariana? You got Lovely engraved. Do you run 2 Lovely? Of course, you're the one person who runs 2 copies of Lovely. Holy shit. We're gonna grab... We don't have anything related. Yeah, this is not ideal. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is less than ideal. We're gonna grab Chandelier. Probably should have grabbed Torb. Oh, no, Chandelier was taken out of rotation, so it doesn't matter which we grabbed. That's fine. Lovely Labyrinth. Okay, okay. That's fine. Let's activate the Chandelier. Gonna drop the Daryuma Cannon. Daryuma Cannon would have been nice, but yeah, it is what it is. Not gonna lose sleep over it. So he's got Imperm and Dogmatic Punishment and Welcome Labyrinth. Sorry, Big Welcome Labyrinth. Yeah, there's the Dogmatic Punishment. That's okay. We played around this before already. We played around it, and we're gonna do it the exact same way using Big Welcome Lab. We're gonna play around this the exact same way we did the first time. Yep, that is all good. And we're gonna use our own Lady Labyrinth's effect to set a trap card to the field. So this is gonna be a fucking... This is gonna be a back and forth ass game. This is not gonna be a pleasant game. And this game might take fucking forever. We're gonna set the Revived Sky God to the field. So we are. I do want to be summoning our Slifer at some point here. We're gonna summon back the Lovely from the graveyard. And we're gonna be bouncing Ariana back to hand, which will fizzle his punishment. Once again, fizzling the punishment. Chandelier, gonna grab ourselves the Labyrinth. That's gonna trigger our Lovely Labyrinth at the Silver Castle. It's gonna trigger our Chandelier. It's gonna trigger our Coup Clock, which is the important one. Coup Clock's the important one. And it's gonna trigger Welcome Labyrinth. Okay, perfect. It may also trigger his stuff. No, he doesn't have anything. Okay, that's good. So Welcome Lab, set to the field. Coup Clock will be added to the hand. Chandelier, back to hand. Lovely Labyrinth, we're gonna pop. Damn, what are we gonna pop? Have you used your effect this turn? No, you haven't. And pop this bitch. Okay, so that's two of her engrave. There's no way you run 3. He's almost certainly gonna try to, yeah, Big Welcome to bring her back. I'm gonna chain this. Okay, that's fine. So, what we're gonna try... we might actually just try to press for lethal this turn. I'm gonna be honest, I might just try to press for lethal. So he gets to bounce the Ecclesia back to hand, which makes sense. Does get to pop a card here. What's he gonna pop, though? As long as he doesn't pop the Revived Sky God, we're golden. He might pop the Field Spell. Yeah, Field Spell is a pretty big deal. So I understand that. I'm behind that idea. I get it. Okay, so. Right. Is it time? It's not lethal damage, though. I don't know if it's time. I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it's time yet. We're gonna go Lovely Labyrinth, nonetheless. We're gonna set the... Oh! He surrenders! Damn! Ah, we could have had Slifer again, man. This is what I mean. It's a tough thing to pull off in Master, because by the time you put yourself in a position where you're so far ahead that you're able to win the Slifer, people are gonna leave. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I think that's a decent showcase of the Labyrinth strategy anyways. Let's take one more look at the deck list. And here we are. If you got this far into the video, you now understand my frustrations when it comes to attempting to summon Slifer the Sky Dragon. We get so close so often, but unfortunately the game either doesn't go our way, or it fizzles out, or our opponent surrenders before we manage to summon the executive producer himself. So unfortunately it's not often a realized dream, but it is definitely possible, and this is almost certainly one of the best decks for bringing out Slifer the Sky Dragon. So if you want to play with your friends, or if you want to even play in some small events, or even just in lower ranks, I feel you'll be able to bring out Slifer the Sky Dragon on a somewhat consistent basis. So that's everything I have to say on the deck. If you got this far, of course, make sure you like the video and subscribe. If you want the actual deck breakdown, you can check above my head right now and click that end card, and it will bring you to that video. So absolutely click that. Again, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like if you haven't liked, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.